Hello, it's time for another episode of It's Not About You. We've been talking specifically about selflessness. My name is Bob Benson. I'm the pastor of Christ Lutheran Church in the Greenhurst area in Bemis Point, New York. And we continue to slog down the road of selflessness. And we have to have selflessness as a theology in our life. It's a central tenet, particularly to our Christianity, that it's defined as prioritizing the needs of others above our own. And it's really based on the example of God's sacrifice of Jesus Christ, his one and only Son. That didn't serve God in any way. It's rooted in this command to love your neighbor as yourself. We have to have some key aspects of selflessness in our theology. First of all, it is a direct reflection of God's nature. God is the ultimate example of selflessness by giving his Son, Jesus Christ, to die for us. The golden rule really is the golden rule. It's tied directly to this biblical command to love your neighbor as yourself. When you see a need in your neighbor, do you meet their need? Because when you have a need, you meet your own need, right? And that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to act without expecting any reward. There's no place where we're told that we're supposed to do something so that we get something in our Christian walk. It's this selflessness without personal motives. It's this selflessness to invest in the kingdom of God. And when we do that, we have to have a love for all people, all sinners. And if you look out, we are all sinners, me included. Do we have a love for all sinners? Whether they're in our family or they're outside of our family, whether they're Christians or they're not Christians. And in that, there's a demonstration of strength. Selflessness is not a sign of weakness, but it's a powerful act requiring great strength and willpower. Jesus' sacrifice is presented as a prime example of this, requiring incredible strength. Yes, our salvation is free, but it was costly. It cost God and it cost Jesus everything, even though it's a free gift. And it's really integral to our spiritual growth. We need to practice selflessness through service, and that leads us to a spiritual maturity, and it leads us into a growth time. We can grow in selflessness. There's this gap that we see sometimes between the call to serve and the actual practice of it. We need to practice selflessness to be more and more like Jesus Christ. That is my prayer for you, is that you grow in the grace and fullness of Jesus Christ on a daily basis. Yes, God accepts us just as we are, but he doesn't want us to stay that way. He loves us too much to leave us that way. And we've got to continually grow from the milk of the word to the meat of the word. So I'm going to encourage you to exemplify selflessness in your life as you invest in others. So for It's Not About You, my name is Bob Benson. Thank you for taking the time to watch.